So the world just changed. The day is February 15th, 2024, and Sam Altman at the helm of OpenAI just revolutionized the entire film industry, the future of YouTube content, and I think unfortunately, potentially upended a lot of the stock footage websites on the internet. Introducing Sora, our text-to-video model. Sora can create videos up to 60 seconds featuring highly detailed scenes, complex camera motion, and multiple characters with vibrant emotions. For example, here's a prompt that we used. Beautiful, snowy Tokyo City, bustling. The camera moves through the bustling city street, following several people enjoying the beautiful snowy weather. When you read the text, you're like, okay, cool. How cool could this be? Well, this good. Holy crap. If you told me this was a drone shot of people walking in the streets of Tokyo, I would believe you. This is unbelievable, and they're getting some shots that would be very hard to do, honestly, with even a talented drone operator. When it comes to AI image generation, the biggest issue has always been with video. We've seen some amazing advancements with Midjourney, DALL-E, even Photoshop's own Firefly app. In particular, Midjourney takes the cake in terms of being the most realistic looking versions of things when you type it in Discord and use that whole tool, and it continues to advance month over month. But all of the examples that I've seen of AI video have left a lot to be desired. Now, we have seen advances with Runway, with other companies over the last couple of months, and it's gotten better and better incrementally. But there's always this fluidity and this kind of falseness that it created that, in my opinion, just killed the whole thing. It just never looked correct. It just clearly was AI video. That is until today. Is everybody here? Okay, I'm gonna go outside then. I'm working. I'm filming a video. All right, anyways, where was I? Okay, so let's check this out. Sora. Creating video from text. Sora is an AI model that can create realistic and imaginative scenes from text instructions. I mean, look at this. A stylish woman walks down a Tokyo street filled with warm, glowing neon and animated city signage. She's wearing black leather jacket, a long red dress, and black boots. Holy crap. I mean, so in the past, the problem with AI video has been the fact that it just looks like liquid. It looks like there's no skeleton. It looks like there's no weight. There's no geometry really going on there. And this looks like video, guys. Also, what's going on with the hands? They actually are okay. I'm not seeing any warping or weirdness going on here. She looks off to the side. Holy crap. I mean, that's like a slow-mo shot. The ears look correct. Everything looks like anatomically right. I mean, look at the bokeh in the background too. It's adjusting. The background blur is changing. Oh my gosh. Let's check out this next one. Several giant woolly mammoths approach, treading through a snowy meadow. I mean, we don't know what a woolly mammoth looks like, but we do know what an elephant looks like, and it's probably using that data to create this. And that looks like a CGI, shot. There are some little warpy kind of things going on with the feet. There's definitely some kind of AI crap going on there, but I mean, we've never seen anything like this before. This one blew my mind when I saw it. Prompt, a movie trailer featuring the adventures of a 30-year-old spaceman wearing a red wool knitted motorcycle helmet, blue sky, salt desert, cinematic style, shot on 35mm film. Look at the detail here. Look at the consistency of everything. It's not warpy at all. That looks like a real guy. That looks like a real image of a real actor. That looks like they're in the desert. It's the same actor in these two different shots, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if they're editing this together or if the AI is generating it. Look at the eyes, the detail in the eyes. Oh my gosh. I mean, just pausing it alone looks like Midjourney has ever, like it looks like the best AI image generation I've ever seen, just as is. The fact that it's in motion and it's not creating the warpy liquid that we've seen from previous generations is insane. Now, another thing that's really crazy is that, I mean, we'll look at this one. A drone view of waves crashing against the rugged cliffs of Big Sur. I mean, if you just told me that this was just a drone shot, like, I would not argue. I would literally not argue with anybody on this, that this was a real shot. I mean, even the way that the exposure is kind of clipping in the corners there. The way that the waves are moving looks real. This is truly revolutionary. I'm serious. This is freaky. Animated scene featuring close-up short fluffy monster kneeling beside a melted red candle. A gorgeously rendered papercraft world of coral reef. Interesting. So you can get really specific. Close-up shot of Victoria Crown pigeon. I mean, you show that to anybody, you say, hey, look at this really pretty bird. They're going to be like, oh, nice. Yeah, that's a really great wildlife shot of a bird. There's a little bit of warpy stuff going on there, but this is the worst it's ever going to look, too, by the way. This will get better. Photorealistic close-up of 2 pirate ships battling each other as they sail inside of a coffee cup. I mean, this looks like CGI. It does look like something that somebody would design with Blender or with, you know, like a 3D program. But all this took was simple text prompts. Corridor Digital is going to have a field day with this. A young man at his 20s sitting on a piece of cloud in the sky reading a book. I mean, look at the detail on his hair. Look at his face. Look at, I mean, he does sort of look a little CGI-ish in a weird way, but like very music video-y vibes. Like I could totally see somebody, you know, using this for music videos. I mean, the pages in the book are blowing in the wind. Unreal. Historic footage of California during the gold rush. I mean, it's literally creating a vintage vibe to it. It's lowering the frame rate. This is a shot that we've never seen before. This doesn't exist. You can't have, I don't know what that is down there at the bottom right. You can't have drone shots like this in the 1900s. So I guess it's using the image detail that it has of these old historic places. Close-up of a glass sphere, Zen garden. Small dwarf in the sphere. What the heck? Extreme close-up of 24-year-old woman, eye blinking, standing in during magic hour. Cinematic shot, 70mm, depth of field. Look at the detail. That looks real. Oh my gosh. MKBHD said it well. It was like level 1. All right, let me pull up the tweet. Level 1, concepts, ideas. Yeah, that's how AI video was. It's just like, hey, this is kind of cool. It's a little rough, but it gives us an idea of what we're going for. Level 2, stock footage. Okay, well, it's kind of on the verge of realistic, kind of liquidy, weird, but if you want some cool landscape stock footage stuff, you can maybe use, you know, some of this AI video. We just like skip to level 10, boom, we're full on YouTube creators now. We're full on filmmakers now. Who needs to go shoot B-roll? We can just type it in. Now, here's the thing. Here's my biggest question. Everything we're seeing is just like little 10-second clips. Can I say this kangaroo here? Can I say, all right, this is my character. Let's pull him out. Let's use this as an asset and tell a story with this character in this same artistic style. Because that's always been the issue with AI art in general. You just get all these different variables, all these different variations, and yes, each one on its own and on its own face is amazing and it looks beautiful on its own. But if you want to do more with it, it's like, okay, cool, I like how this looks. Let's do another scene from this angle or like add this thing to it, and just spits out a completely different result every time. If I could keep the tone, the artistic styling, and specific characters as a consistent thread through all this, then, I mean, beautiful homemade video of people in Lagos, Nigeria. Wow. That's insane. Definitely looks like a weird PS5 graphic animation. Doesn't necessarily, the humans do look CGI. Camera rotates around a large stack of vintage televisions, all showing different programs. 1950s, sci-fi movie, horror movies. The camera falls behind a white vintage SUV with a black roof rack as it speeds up a steep dirt road surrounded by pine trees on a steep mountain slope. Dust kicks up. This looks like I'm watching gameplay from, what's that game, that Xbox game? I don't remember. Reflections in the window, train traveling through Tokyo suburbs. I've been to Tokyo. I've been in a subway. I've seen images like this. This just looks like somebody filming on their phone. In fact, I even have a video of this shot that was real. Ooh, look, there's the truck again. Whoa. Look, this is real. This is the AI. I mean, I can't believe it. Even the reflection in the window. A cat waking up its sleeping owner demanding breakfast? How is this not real? I mean, that was weird. Like how looked like that was the person's arm and then it like turned into the blanket. That was weird. Am I wrong in that? That totally looks like the subject's arm and then it morphs into the comforter. So that's some weird AI stuff. And does the cat have two hands? Yeah, so there's okay, we found an AI flaw. Look at the paws. There's two paws there. Or there's like three paws that just show up. That's so funny. Okay, that was weird. There's the AI stuff that I'm used to. The current model has weaknesses. It may struggle with accuracy, simulating the physics of a complex scene, and may not understand specific instances and cause and effect. For example, a person might take a bite out of the cookie, but afterward, the cookie may not have a bite mark. So like, here you go, step printing scene of person running, cinematic film shot in 35mm. So it's showing its flaws. I like that. This raises the concern of politicians using this, government using this, people creating just very dangerous corn with this. This is going to open up a whole can of worms for people, for sure. But this is their statement on the topic of safety. We'll be taking several important safety steps ahead of making Sora available in OpenAI's products. We are working with red teamers, domain experts in areas like misinformation, hateful content, and bias, who will be adversely testing the model. Okay? Cool, I guess. I mean, that sounds good, but we'll see. We're also building tools to help detect misleading content such as detecting a detection classifier that can tell when a video was generated by Sora. We plan to include C2PA metadata in the future if we deploy the model in an OpenAI product. So that means that with those videos will be attached the metadata of like, this is AI generated, and then they themselves are going to be creating tools to detect it. So that's good, trying to address some of the concerns here. In addition to developing new techniques to prepare for deployment, we're leveraging the existing safety models that we built for our products using DALL-E 3, which are applicable to Sora as well. For example, once in an OpenAI product, our text classifier will check and reject text input prompts that are in violation of our usage policies. The technology is there. They're just putting the guardrails up. So that's the weird thing is like if government has access to this and they're able to take the guardrails off, like how do we know? How do we know if they're not doing things behind closed doors with policymakers, with other people? You just kind of have to take them at face value and trust that they're like the good guys, right? Also, if this technology exists in their hands and it opens up somehow to somebody else who's a bad guy and they get full unrestricted access to it, what's going to happen? I mean, it's just like, there's a lot of variables. They got to keep this thing locked down. Do not have an ABC123 password, Sam Altman. Make sure you're using two-factor authentication on everything, Sam Altman. That's the CEO of OpenAI. I mean, look at this, some more. An adorable happy otter confidently stands on a surfboard wearing a yellow life jacket. A corgi vlogging itself in Maui. I mean, these are all just great little clips. You can do so many memes. And I mean, look at the drone shots. This is going to just take over the stock footage websites. Wow. I mean, this is really amazing. Wow, look at the train. Historic railway in Scotland. The crosses is stunning. Wow. And then one of my favorite things right now is that Sam Altman is taking requests from users on Twitter. And he's just making stuff and sending it out. So somebody submitted a bicycle race on ocean with different animals and athletes riding the bicycles with drone camera view. I mean, cool. An instructional cooking session for homemade nochi hosted by grandmother social media influencer set in rustic testing country. I mean, this just looks like, again, like a stock footage shot. Wow. I love this one. 2 golden retrievers podcasting on top of a mountain. Again, the way that it's handling the highlights and exposure, I wonder if you could kind of get into the granular details of like what camera is being shot on, Arri Alexa or iPhone 6, stuff like that. That'll be fun to play with. Mr. Beast said, Sam, please don't make me homeless. We'll generate you a video. What do you like? And then he says, a monkey playing chess in a park. And then he left him hanging, but I'm sure he'll respond soon. What are my overall thoughts? Well, I think Patty Galloway said it well on his Twitter post. content creation has just changed forever. That is not an over-exaggeration. I've been in the YouTube world for 15 years. What OpenAI just showcased has left me speechless. Immediate thoughts, predictions. Animators, 3D artists are in trouble. Stock footage websites will be made irrelevant. Anyone can have great B-roll, literally immediately. Zero barriers to entry for incredible production value. The idea and story behind content becomes even more important in a world where everyone can make beautiful videos. This will really disrupt education, video essay, explainer niches. Now, again, you have to have a good story. You have to have something worth talking about. But that barrier of entry of like actually just making something look cool, out the window, guys. Done. Like, just type stuff. It spits it out. Looks amazing. You still have to have taste to kind of decide what looks good and what doesn't. You have to understand what to tell it and then like have an idea that's halfway decent. But then again, you could use ChatGPT to come up with your ideas too. I'm optimistic. I'm an AI optimist. I use AI all the time for my thumbnails and for the creation that I do. But this is pretty exciting and also slightly scary. So what do you think? Let me know down below. And watch this video if you enjoyed this one. I'm going to be making some more stuff about the Vision Pro, so that'll be there soon. But this actually became the new priority because this changed everything. I'm in the middle of editing that Vision Pro video right now as we speak. I have it